Hi, good morning, guys. Morning, afternoon, whatever this ends up being, I am coming to complete the tag posted by Q2K's, What's Weighing You Down. Now, I have horrible memory, so I have to jot my stuff down, so you're going to see me referring to it every now and again. But let me just start by saying that when I saw this, I was really appreciative because a lot of people talk about dealing with the psychological, the internal versus just the external, the physical, regarding your weight gain. And we hadn't really had a tag. It was more of the kind of frivolous, fun tags. This one makes you actually think about what's going on. Excuse the noise. If you hear any knocking, we're actually doing construction on the back of my house. So let's get started. What's weighing you down? The shower version. I have about 5 or 6 things here, but they kind of have pieces. So I'll try and get through them and not be too lengthy. The obvious, my weight. My weight is weighing me down. Physically, my weight is weighing me down. So much so that when you decide to try and do something about it, it's hard for me to do all of the high energy, super peppy, really effective weight loss methods because I'm too heavy for a lot of them. It's bad on your joints, it's bad on your, it's bad on your cardiovascular system. You're puffing and then just thinking about trying to go somewhere very quickly or trying to do all of these moves, you get tired quickly. So my weight is weighing me down. Now, granted, I've gotten better in the last 2 months. I can do a lot more. I talked about my cardio, kickboxing, Zumba type, yeah. So I can do that, but initially, the fear of hurting myself because I am so big and trying to do these exercises, that actually weighed me down. So physically it weighed me down. Mentally, I was worried about the effect of hard exercise on my body. Emotionally, I think Queen said this too, you get to a point where, I don't think she said it about herself, I know she said it about other people, you get to a point where you feel as though it'll never come off. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you work now, you are so far gone. Like your roles have taken on a life of their own and they will never leave. So what's the point? I know what that's like because you see the number go up and you begin to think, well, it's going to take me 1.5 years and that's if I stick to it right. I'm getting beyond that. It'll come off. As long as you keep doing what you're doing, it'll come off. Just stick to what you're doing quickly, slowly, it'll come off. Depression. Now, this is a big old topic and you could have a whole bunch of different angles, but depression is weighing me down because you don't feel like getting up to exercise. You feel depressed because of your weight. It ties into the whole that it'll never come off thing. You get depressed about that. Depression comes with some anxiety because you don't want to work out in front of people. I know there are a couple persons at my gym who purposely call my trainer ahead of time and ask who's there, because they hope if they come at maybe 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, there'll be nobody there and they can let their fat be free and they can work out. Now, I used to have that problem. I picked the middle of the day to work out initially because I figured everybody's at work. There'll be nobody to see me looking a hot mess and seeing this fat kid walk into the gym. Like, people talk about, you see a fat person walk into a gym and everybody stares at them. And you kind of wonder, well, isn't this the place this fat person's supposed to be? Why are you staring at me? Just because you're already at your goal weight, you skinny broom heifer, why can't I show up? It's my business. If I want to get my rolls up in the gym, that's what the gym was made for. It's not for maintenance necessarily. It's to get there and then maintain. Just because you've gotten there, stickerella, doesn't mean that I shouldn't. So that's some of the anxiety associated with that. I don't care anymore. I show up at 3 p.m., I show up at 7 p.m., I'm going to my classes. So I'm going to say that that was weighing me down. Or the weight is a bit lighter. It's kind of a reverse proportion. As I get lighter, the fear of that, well, actually it's not reverse, it's exact. As I get lighter, that gets lighter because I'm doing what I need to do. You'll be damned if you want to stare. Take a picture, heifer. Okay, illness. My illness is weighing me down because physically I'm tired. I'm really tired. And it's about 12 p.m. here now and I just about got my day started. So, and I was up at 4 a.m. so I fell asleep later and then I got back up. So being tired weighs me down. Feeling as though I'm not going to make it through this workout ever weighs me down. Just getting in the car and getting there, the thought of having to do that weighs me down. The day after, how tired I'm gonna feel weighs me down. Trying to accomplish all the other errands and then still make it to the gym, when you know you're tired, weighs me down. But feeling better comes later. I will feel less tired as time goes on, hopefully. Now the illness thing, I'm going to do a whole other video on the update. I have some medical updates, some good, some bad. But the illness, my fatigue is a major part of my illness. Everything else I can kind of struggle my way through. I'll take the blinking pills, I will go to the appointments, but my major problem is feeling sick. I don't mind being sick as long as I don't feel sick. And feeling sick taxes me, both emotionally and physically, because you're really sick and tired of being sick and tired. So that's a burden. It keeps me up at night and it weighs me down. Food. Poor relationship with food. I've said it a million times over, me and food, we don't get along in that I don't get hungry, and when I do get hungry, what I would eat is complete crap. In that what I would drink is complete crap. I'm a drinker. They're knocking. So, and I'm sure this applies to everybody. Your poor relationship with food got you here, because no matter what else is going on in your life, no matter what other psychosomatic illnesses or ailments you may have had, it all boiled down to what went into your mouth or what didn't go into your mouth. Your poor relationship with food. Either not thinking food was important enough to make the time to eat, or not thinking that food should be, you should eat to live, not live to eat. You didn't put the right things in your mouth when you got hungry, or just being constantly hungry, not even being hungry, but thinking you're hungry and eating. So I'm sure that we all have that one in common, your poor relationship with food. My poor relationship with food, not eating enough, not eating at the right time, and not eating the right things when I did eat, weighs me down. Boredom. Again, another tie to your poor relationship with food. Just because you're bored, boo-boo, does not mean you should be eating something. And I know we don't think about that in the moment, but you're sitting there watching TV because you're bored. And snack, snack, snack. Ooh, commercial. Snack. No. So, me being at home now, not going to school, if I was downstairs and I was watching TV, maybe I'd feel to eat, but because I'm upstairs in my room generally, I didn't eat. But I know a lot of people who are bored either while their sedentary jobs have them at their desk eating while they do stuff, or they're at home not doing anything at that particular time, has them eating things. Kids are bored because they're not outside running up and down. They're just at home sitting there eating something. That'll weigh you down and weighs me down. Pessimism, I put that as a separate thing only because I know a lot of the others can tie into it, the way it will never come off thing and the anxiety. But pessimism for me is, I've had so much go wrong recently that it's kind of a major part of my line of thinking. Even when something does go well, it's like I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop, because I've had so many things fall apart and it's crushed me in a lot of ways. That's why I have a hard time trusting the process with the weight loss, because okay, I've lost 12 pounds. Watch me weigh in next week and I don't lose anything. And that's kind of like my mindset. I get really worried that it'll never go right, and even if it does go right, it'll never stay going right. That is kind of like you want to not even bother, because it's gonna fail. I'm gonna fail sooner or later. So that still weighs me down. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to not be as worried that something has to go wrong. I'm still capable of doing things right, and I'm still worthy of having things go right in my life, that I don't need to give up on this process, because as long as I'm working it, the process will work for me. I think that was about it. Oh, my medications, which of course go hand in hand with the illness, but my medications are some sons of biscuits, because they are making it incredibly difficult. No matter how perfect I do the food, no matter how many hours I spend in the gym, they're just like hugging onto my fat and saying, "We love you, Chunky," because it makes it really slow. And like I said before, I'm okay with slow. I'm not all the way okay, but I'm okay enough with slow progress. I just don't need no progress. So my medications, especially my antidepressant, are making it really difficult. I actually went online and I researched my antidepressant, Lexapro, and there are thousands thousands of people on different forums complaining that they gained a gut, especially if it adds midsection fat, and that they've been working out and doing all this cardio and they're still not losing anything. So my medication quite literally is weighing me down. Okay, that's everything that I had on my list. 10 minutes, okay, cool. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums everything up. My weight, depression, anxiety, illness, food, medication, boredom, and pessimism. Those are all weighing me down. I'm going to add a little something. What's helping to lighten me up? Support. I am really grateful that I've kind of stuck myself into this little YouTube community of fabulous ladies. It is, I don't have it at home necessarily, but I mean, I refresh my subscription to see who's posted something and what can I gain from it today. So y'all help. And Miss Queen, thank you so much for your constant comments, and thank you for this tag, because it's good to face it. Like you said, it's good to know what got us here, to know that we don't need to come back here. So again, thank you. I hope others do this tag, because if nothing else, it forces you to think. I made my little list and I didn't realize I had these various little things, but thank you. Again, when you make the list, don't get bogged down by what's weighing you down. Think about the changes you've made to each of those things, and think about the people you have around you and how your situation has changed to help you lighten up. Okay? Thanks so much. Have a blessed, wonderful day. Bye-bye.